Do we have a new era in head guards? Hello and welcome to FittoBox channel. I'm Coach Simon, and here on FittoBox channel I bring you all things boxing equipment. Today is the turn of Hit and Move's new head guard, and I'm going to be doing a full review of this head guard today. Now, when it comes to head guards, some people love them and some people hate wearing them, and let's be clear on what a head guard is for. And also, let's be clear that punches to the human head are not good for the brain. How much are we expecting the head guard to protect the head and the brain when a punch is delivered? The best way, in my opinion, to avoid brain injury is to improve your defence. Head movement, hand defences, footwork in and out, the best way is to stop blows hitting your head and to prevent any type of injury to not only the outside of the head but the inside of the head as well. So for me, a head guard should be protective, but that protection can't be so big that when you move your head, the punch still connects because of the size of the head guard. And I do think over the years we have seen a lot of that. Old cheek head guards used to be very thick in the forehead area, and I'll put some pictures on the screen for you where they had this massive large forehead padding, and so even if you were to slip the shot, the punch would still be hitting the head because of the head guard, not because of the head, and as a result obviously that would affect the actual inside of your head as well. Okay, so it's more easy for the glove to catch a larger head guard than something like this, which is really small. So these head guards, although big in padding and seem very protective, actually I think there is another side to that, as in that some of the punches that would have missed would still hit you if you're wearing a head guard that is too thickly padded and too big in size. Okay, it encourages also the boxers to take the shots, a full sense of security, putting boxers in a position where they put their heads in places that they wouldn't put their head into if they hadn't got a head guard on. We've got a particular lad at our gym whereby when he's got a head guard on, he gets punched more. When he takes the head guard off, suddenly his head movement is much better and he's not getting hit as much, and he's not even wearing a head guard. So a head guard isn't to prevent CTE, it's to protect the outer head, the eyebrows, the nose, the eyes, the ears and the mouth. A head guard isn't a crash helmet. It isn't an excuse for poor defence. Quite often our viewers saying, is this head guard going to protect me against punches? And I say to them, improve your defence, work on your defence. That is the best way that you can prevent any head injury. So CTE is still a problem in rugby. Sometimes rugby players don't wear any sort of protection on their head, and sometimes they wear the smaller skull caps. And then you go to the other extreme of American football where they wear full-on crash helmets, and CTE is still a problem even when people are wearing full-on crash helmets. Again, because it creates a false sense of security. In boxing, you do need protection, but the smaller the target, the better, so you can slip the shots and avoid the shots. Mike Tyson, I'll put a picture up on the screen, his peekaboo, avoiding punches style meant that for many years he wore a really small head guard, which on the outset looked like it wasn't going to protect at all, but of course he understood what this head guard understands, and that is if the punch doesn't connect with the head guard, you are protecting yourself, and that is part of the protection of a head guard in itself if it's small enough that you're not even getting punched. So for years the gold standard has been, when it comes to cheek head guards, the winning FG 2900. Now with that head guard, many brands just decide to copy that head guard, and that has been what's happened. Hit and Move have totally come up with a head guard that is nothing like Winnings in any way, not in size, not in style, not in shape, not in protection. It's nothing like it, and I applaud them for that. Protection and padding of head guards has never been a science. it has always been that basically brands put some padding in, and often the thicker the padding, the more they felt that the protection was there. Hit and Move are introducing a very small, very lightweight, great vision, and also tested in laboratory conditions to make sure that how this stacks up against the competitors. Okay, now this also is the end result of multiple prototypes. Okay, so they didn't just come out with this. I saw many prototypes before they got to this, and the reason for those different prototypes is they were improving this headguard at every step. With that said, let's get on with the review. Look at the style of this headguard. It is unmistakably Hit and Move, due to the fact that they've got the same sort of pattern that they have on their Turtle pads, although the padding in this headguard is very different to the Turtle pads and their padding. Okay, so as I bring that round, I think it looks very cool. It comes in white and also comes in black, and I have to say, when I wore this in sparring, I felt like a gladiator. It really does feel good on your head, and when I've sort of looked at other people wearing it again, I think it is super cool and really good that it's coming away from the multiple amounts of copies. Like this one's an example of the Venom headguard, which is basically a copy, like many other brands, of the winning FG 2900, and I applaud Hit and Move in not doing that, in coming up with their own style of headguard. And actually, as you can see, it's unbelievably small when it comes to the size. Let me just put this one on. This is sort of a typical cheek headguard, and a headguard, as you know, that I really liked. I like the style of it, I like the padding, I like how it was in sparring. And as you can see, just to give you a little bit of an idea of a normal headguard and what we've been used to, and also now to put on the Hit and Move one. Okay, and you can see from that, that is way smaller. Okay, now, as I move that round, I'll just show you to the side and show you to the side, and I think that that is brilliant. Okay, small in design, especially on the forehead. If I sort of bring that to one side, okay, massively smaller here, where those sort of Grant headguards and other headguards going back in the past were massive on the forehead. Okay, so comfort-wise, it is very comfortable. You've got a lace top, you've got a lace rear, and you've got the clip underneath here. The only thing I would say about all of those things is obviously you've got this that's flapping around, which after this review I'll sort of tidy up and either tape up or cut off there. And then obviously you have got massively long laces as well. Again, all of that can be taped up or cut. That is to accommodate different size heads. This is really lightweight, and it feels like you're not wearing a headguard. Okay, this is the large to XL, which is 22.5 inches plus, and if you go for small medium, that is 22.5 inches less. Okay, now my head is around 22.5 inches, so in saying that, what happens is I'm normally a medium or a large. They've sent through the large XL. I reckon that I could have easily fitted into the medium as well. Okay, so as I've got that there, and bring that round, vision is really good. If I look there, I can still see the camera and I'm looking directly there. If I look there, I can still see the camera and I'm still there. And just to show you from the back as well, and you've got that lace configuration and the pads there. And what they've done there is, this is a full leather headguard. The padding, these are micro padding technology. Strategic placement of them lumps means that the whole thing doesn't need to be massive, so less thick when it comes to traditional cheek guard headguards. Okay, so it is really well made. I'll give you a little bit of a close-up. It's really well made in terms of the stitching, the leather, and also if I show you the inside as well, they've got a really nice inside lining with the Hit and Move logo on there. The stitching is very good, especially across those complex bumps, and the vision, as I've already said, great vision in this. Now, what about protection? Okay, the padding has been tested by Virginia Tech. Okay, so look up on Hit and Move's website, and they give you all the information of the tests that they've done. This has also been extensively tested not only in my gym, Telford Amateur Boxing Club, but in several gyms around the world to make sure pre-launch that this is perfect in what they want in their head guard. Okay, the biggest thing for me is actually the smallest thing, and that is that size. So when you're sparring and you're using it, you're able to avoid punches, and the punches that do land, the padding is good enough that you're not feeling it. You know, there's no sort of rattle that you get on some head guards. Even though it's thin, it is fantastically built in a way that means that those punches that do land, you still have got great protection there. Now, what about value for money? Value for money, the recommended retail price for this is $259 US. That's about 204 UK pounds. Pre-orders are being took at the minute, and it's currently on sale at $239 US, the RRP, which is about 189 pounds. So at £189, I think that is a fantastic head guard. I really do think that this will last you years, and you won't have to replace the head guard at all.
How's that, mate?
Good, yeah.
Yeah. How's it in comparison to your? How's it in comparison to your winning?
It's a lot smaller. Like I say, a lot lighter as well. So I feel like it's easier to move out the way.
Okay.
The punches, because like with my one, because it's a little bit wider, there's more chances of getting clipped on the edge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I feel like it's a lot more slick.
Okay, cool.
You know what I mean?
What about the protection on it when you get hit?
Yeah, good. Yeah, it's good. Like I say, it's not really much you can feel.
Okay, even though it's slimmer.
Yeah. It's good, man. It's good.
Yeah, and you've used your winning. How many years have you used your winning?
4 or 5 years, something like that.
Yeah, so that's the one you always use in it. FG 2900.
I'll say this one compared to my winning one, it's so much lighter.
Okay.
So much lighter.
All right, cool. Next round.
Yeah.
Let me put on screen the FittoBox ratings card. So I've gone style 98. I applaud the fact what they've done with the styling. They have not copied winning FG 2900, which most brands do. Comfort, fantastically comfortable because of how lightweight it is. It really feels like you're hardly wearing anything on your head. Comfort 98. So durability 95 with that leather, that great stitching, that great lining, really durable head guard. Vision 97, outstanding vision at 97, really is. You can see the punches when you're using it, and you really are not impeded when it comes to vision as some head guards do. Protection 95, I think those lumps and the thinness of the padding in this head guard means that you still get great protection, even though people are used to having big, large padded head guards. This head guard proves that you don't need to. And value for money 95, and I've done that on the not only the recommended retail price of £204, but also the £189, which is the current sale price that they've got. And so that leaves me to announce a new FittoBox cheek head guard from Hit and Move. Absolutely superb. We are seeing a new era in head guards, and I really do think that from this point this will change things when it comes to brands and head guards, and no longer are we going to be seeing big bulky head guards now that this has come out. This is going to shock the world when it comes to how small it is and how good it is, and that's why I awarded it 5 FittoBox stars and also the title of the champion, the FittoBox best cheek head guard in the world. I hope you enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe to FittoBox channel, and I shall speak to you soon.